Good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome to Yoga Story Time with Zoo. I'm really happy to see you guys today. I miss everyone. It's been a really interesting summer, to say the least, but I am so happy that I got a chance to at least do some of my yoga with you guys virtually, a little bit further apart than I would like, but nonetheless, I hope it reached some of you guys and those of you who needed just a little bit of spontaneity and playfulness and silliness wrapped up into movement and connection and breathing and storytelling and retelling stories through movement. I hope you guys got something good out of it and you've enjoyed it. I'm a little sad because in the month of August, for sure, as far as I know, we're going to be taking a little bit of break from yoga until things kind of settle out at the library. As you guys know, Pleasant Hill Library closed and they're open now in their temporary location. But programs are still kind of being figured out. So it might be a while until I see you guys again. But you know what? It's just like that story that I shared with you guys a couple of weeks ago, the invisible string. You guys can look it up if you haven't seen that yoga story time yet. But it's really about how I am always connected to you guys and you guys are connected to me, and the way that we know we are connected is through this invisible string that ties us together, and it's just a string that represents our love. We can't see it, but we just know it. And what I mean by that is, even if I don't get to see you guys, I need you guys to know that in my heart I really miss you and I'm sending you really good energy, and I hope you guys are having a summer that's allowing you to spend time with your family and maybe do things in a new way that we haven't really thought about before, we haven't had to do before. But hopefully you've made the best of it and you've kept really positive and kept your spirits up and taken good care of yourself to make sure you've had some fun and good learning opportunities right at home. So, having said that, I want to get to our story today for Yoga Story Time. This story is called Yawning Yoga. So if you guys remember, at the library, my program was called Pajama Yoga because, of course, we were doing it at night on a Monday night, and it was kind of like right before bedtime. By the time we'd get home, probably have something to eat real quick, and then head on in our jammies to bed. So Pajama Yoga, always a nice way to get some wiggles out, get any pent-up energy before bedtime or in the evening when you guys have time. But really, I like to do yoga all the time with my son. We just like to do it anytime, and we like to make up our own poses and have all sorts of fun with it. So I really encourage you to do the same with your families. So getting back to our book, Yawning Yoga. Let's have a read. So the author of this book is Laurie Jordan, and it has a beautiful cover, you guys, don't you think? Oh, I imagine those are all her lovely ideas in her mind, her imagination. So I'm excited to read this, and it's illustrated by Diana Mayo. So let us begin. Yawning yoga helps me unwind, thank my body, my spirit, my mind. So after PJs, brush, and comb, I settle down with a gentle Om, connecting with the soothing sound, connecting with the world around. Have you guys done any gentle Oms before? This is such a fun practice. Let's do it together. So all we're going to be doing is just saying Om together. And we're going to try to stretch it out as long as we can. Comfortably so, but try to stretch it out. So that sound has a universal magical power of calming everyone and tuning everyone into the same frequency. So it's a great thing to do. Maybe you can try it with a brother or sister, a cousin, family you have around, but everyone starts to chant this together and it can sound pretty powerful. It's actually really fun. I used to get to do it with the other big yogis in a yoga class that was taught by a friend, and I loved it. So we're just going to be closing our eyes and we're just going to say Om 3 times and use our breath to sustain the sound for as long as we can. So in order to sustain my breath for a long time, the first thing I need to do is really fill in my own breath. So I need to take a nice deep long breath in guys might be noticing how that makes your mouth feel when you make those sounds. You can feel some of that vibration. Let's do it for the last time together. Ready? You're gonna have to sustain yourself. You're gonna take a nice deep breath in. I was able to last that one a little bit longer. Awesome. So she's getting ready for her evening. She's got her PJs on, brushed her teeth, and she's got her ohms ready to go. So she's connecting with that calming sound. It's going to get her ready for some stretching and yoga poses. So first she's going to be starting in mountain pose, Tadasana. That's how we say it in Sanskrit. Steady and strong, a mountain so tall, quiet and still, I wait for nightfall. Inhale, exhale, my breathing slows. Rooted, reaching, air through me flows. So you guys, I want you to meet me in mountain pose as well. We're going to be standing with just our arms near our hips at our sides, and our feet are about, shoulder length apart. So they're not super together and we're not too far apart, but kind of right under my shoulder. So I feel kind of steady. And she mentioned that we want to keep our eyes focused in front of us. So you guys might want to find something to look at, like a particular point or something right in front of you. And we're just going to be breathing in and out. We're going to be imagining that we're a mountain. So I'm pretending that my feet are so strong, and I'm really checking to make sure that I have my balance. I feel really steady. If there was a great big wind, could it knock me over, or would I stand so strong and steady? I'm going to choose to stand very strong and steady. So I hope you guys will join me in mountain pose. Let's stay here for 5. Beautiful. So I'm feeling really connected to the earth. I'm feeling very strong and solid. We started in Tadasana, which is mountain pose. Awesome. Let's keep reading together. Ooh. Then we're going to go into hugs and kisses. My head drops down like the setting sun. To kiss my knees, now day is done. Fingers wrap hugs around my toes. I take a deep breath and then my eyes close. So she's going into what we call forward fold. And she's going to be starting in mountain pose, you guys. So you're going to be starting just so we did our last pose. And we're going to inhale, which means taking a nice breath in. And we're going to stretch our arms up to the sky. So take it in with me. And as we exhale, we're going to be folding over at your hips, bending down. You're going to fold forward. You might be able to drag your upper body and make it longer and really stretch out. Maybe your fingers can wrap around your toes. Maybe they can just touch your feet or be around your ankles. You guys, whatever feels good to you is good for me. So try that. I'm going to see if I can get these fingers to hug around my toes. And I'm going to try to stay in here for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forgot one part. She was saying to kind of pretend to see if you could kiss your knees. So I guess that means I have to tuck in and fold over even tighter so that I can see if my mouth can reach my knees. Can you guys try it with me and see if it works? Let's see. Oh, so I have to tuck my face in pretty close. I'm not sure that I can kiss my knees. Were you guys able to? Let me know, maybe in the comments below. And after we take several breaths, we slowly come back up. Now the next pose in our Yawning Yoga book is dog tired down dog. Now a lot of you guys know this pose. It is so fun. I'm always howling and barking and panting in this pose with the kids. It's fun to be a dog. Pretend down on all fours like my best friend. I wag my tail and nod my head, then shake each leg and climb in bed. So you guys, this is so fun. Let's find ourselves getting ready for downward dog. So you're going to be on your mat. And at first, we're going to just be starting out on our hands and our knees. Okay, so I'm on my knees. And then I'm going to touch my hands to the floor. My knees are on the floor, friends. I'm going to keep my arms straight and strong as I stick my hips in the air, just like this. And you just let your head kind of hang loosely, just like that. And you can stretch out your lower back. Maybe you want to kind of pump your legs, move a little bit, get comfortable in your stretch. And now that I really feel like a dog, I think I might want to wag my tail. So can you bring up one leg and wag it behind you? Wiggle it slowly so you don't lose your balance. Keep your arms straight in front of you. Let's see if we can switch our feet. Pretend you have a tail on the other side and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Keeping your arms strong, your body strong. And when you're ready, bring your leg back down. Bring your knees to your mat. You can sit back on your bottom. Cool beans, guys. Let's keep going. Oh, lovely. I have to show you the art in this book. It's so pretty. Oh, this one is called Seashell Balasana. Ready for rest, I curl up like a shell. My breath becomes a calming swell. A wave rolls in. Count 1, 2, 3. A wave rolls out, back to the sea. Oh, you guys, she's calling this Seashell Pose. I love this pose. So we're gonna start out just like this on our hands and knees once again. And from there, we're gonna be stretching out our arms in front of us so that we can lay all the way down on the ground. So I'm gonna move back so you guys can see me. I'm gonna be on my hands and knees, and then I'm gonna push my bottom back on my feet and stretch my arms in front of me. And then I'm gonna put my forehead right on the mat in front of me and bring my arms next to my body, kind of curling tight, just like that. And this is my seashell pose. So let's see if we can just take 3 nice slow inhales and exhales while we're in this pose. Let's breathe in. Excellent. Wow. That made me feel calm already, you guys. The breath is so cool. It is incredibly powerful. Makes you feel a lot better right away. So we're gently coming out of that pose, our seashell pose, and then we're going to be moving into butterfly pose. Oh, it's such a beautiful book. So for butterfly pose, a butterfly flaps its wings in the breeze, flexing and stretching, flying with ease. After a ride through shining moonbeams, I settle down in time for sweet dreams. Oh boy, I love that. Look at all these beautiful butterflies all on this page. I love it. All right, so let's get into butterfly pose, friends. On our mats, we're gonna be sitting down like you would for crisscross applesauce. You're gonna sit on your bottom, and then what you're gonna do, instead of crossing your legs, you're gonna be bring your feet together right in front of you, okay? And then what we're gonna do is, as our feet are here, we're gonna take our hands. What we're gonna do is we're gonna slide our hands under our ankles, right? So I can kind of pick up my leg if I wish, okay? So wherever it's comfortable, lower on your ankles is fine. You can hold your feet if you want. But what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna take a deep breath in, and when you blow out, we're actually gonna pick up our legs and keep our back really strong. And then we're going to fly like little butterflies and see if you can flap your wings. If that's really hard, you can just set your feet right back down and just flap your wings like this. Maybe we'll just do that. It might be a little bit easier. So if your feet are already together in front of you and you scooter them as close as you can, try to remember you want to be the tallest, most beautiful butterfly out there. So you don't want to be hunched over and kind of sad and glum. You want to be so tall and sitting up straight and so proud with your heart wide open, right? So that's what you're thinking of. And you're holding onto your ankles or have your hands under if you do want to pick up your legs. If you want to keep them down, you're just going to keep your feet together, and then we're going to flutter away. Now, I love using my imagination, so I want to pretend that I, having rainbow hair today, I'm a rainbow colored butterfly. I have all sorts of beautiful colors on my wings, purple, blue, pink, green, yellow, orange, you name it. I feel like a beautiful butterfly just fluttering in the summer breeze from flower to flower. I wonder what color butterfly you're imagining you are today. I wonder what kind of flower you might be fluttering on from one to the other. I'd love to know, you guys. I love using my imagination with yoga. And this stretch just feels really, really good for your hip flexors. So I hope you guys like that too. Now, let's go to our next pose. We're gonna be doing Bedtime Bug. So here are bedtime bugs. Look at these guys. I see a ladybug. Wow. Oh, I see all sorts of bugs. How fun. So, bedtime bugs. A bedtime bug rocks to and fro, back and forth with nowhere to go. Rocking left and rocking right helps me sleep all through the night. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're going to be rocking and a rolling here on our backs like bugs do. You guys have seen when like a bug gets turned upside down like a roly-poly, and they can kind of wiggle on their back a little bit and their arms and legs are in the air. We're going to do the same thing, except we're really going to grab onto our legs, our toes, and really bring our legs up in the air and feel a great stretch. This feels so good, you guys. This is one of my favorite poses. So let's do bedtime bug. So we're going to be going on our backs on the ground. So you're going to lay all the way down. You're going to bring your legs up, friends. Your legs are going to be a little bit open. You're going to reach up and whatever feels comfortable. I kind of like to bring my legs in and grab my toes, and then you really let your legs fall forward into you. And then see if you can stretch out your legs. Boy, that stretch feels so good. This is wonderful. And just like a bug, now that I am on my back, I'm going to try to see if I can roll side to side, like rocking a little bit. I don't have a ton of room near me, but I bet for some of my little small yogis, you guys might get some good rocking in side to side. Let's see if we can rock together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take it to 10. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, bedtime bugs. Beautiful. That pose feels so good. I wonder if you guys have a favorite one that just feels like a great stretch for your body. Makes you want to smile when you do it. All right, now we have jelly belly. This is awesome. When muscles feel all tight and tense, all tense and tight, I do this stretch before each night. I twist right round like a roll with jelly to soothe my back, my legs, and my belly. So this pose is really good too. You guys might have seen some grown-ups do this pose. I've seen my dad do this a lot because it's really good for his back. But what we're gonna do, friends, is lay on our backs again, and then we're gonna stretch out our arms on either side. You're gonna bring your knees up like this, keep your feet together, and all we're gonna do is go from side to side. So with your upper body flat on the ground as much as you can, see if you can let your legs just drop to one side. And when you let this happen, you guys are gonna feel a really amazing, magical stretch here on your right side, which is great. Or for you guys, it might be your left side, just depending on which way you are. But you'll feel it on the side that you're stretching out. It feels wonderful. And you're gonna pick up your leg again. And the way you can do that is by really tightening up your tummy. It will help you. And then you're gonna see if you can rock to the other side a little bit. Now I think I need to scoot over. I'm not quite in the center, so I'm gonna rock to one side and drop to this side and see if I can pick up my knees and have them drop to the other side and go back and forth a few times, you guys, and see how that feels for your pose. I have to say, between this one and the last pose, boy, it feels really, really great to stretch out my back. You know what? Probably like you guys, you're having to do a lot of online learning these days, and when I sit in that chair, boy, my back gets really tired and tight. So it feels really great to stretch out my upper body, my lower body, my sides. Awesome. And when you're ready, set your feet down and see if you can give yourself a nice little push and come back up together to join me. Awesome. Let's keep going, friends. So after our jelly belly pose, we're going to be doing candlestick pose. All right, let me show you the beautiful art. La la la, look at that beautiful birthday cake. Okay, candlestick, legs be nimble, legs be quick, legs upright like a candlestick, legs be lively, legs reach high, flicker like flames right up to the sky. This is a really, really fun pose. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna go flat on our backs again. We're gonna raise our legs up and we're gonna see just what we can do like a candlestick might do, right? So if I pretend I'm a candlestick, this is how I do it, friends. So I'm gonna go flat on my back here. They recommend if you want, you can do it up against a wall. I'm just gonna be using it against the end of this bed here. So I'm gonna lay down, my upper body is down on the ground, and then I'm gonna see if I can pick up my legs. You might maybe help yourself by keeping your hands under your hips to kind of support your lift. And if I were candlestick, maybe I would be flickering a little bit in the breeze. Maybe you can practice pointing your toes. Maybe you can practice keeping your feet straight. See how that feels. Maybe you can do some bicycles. Just like this. Maybe you can practice going side to side, going back and forth like scissors. Lots of fun to be had with candlestick pose. I love it. And do you guys know, for candlestick pose, when I'm there with a group of friends doing yoga, I go around and I pretend to light every candle, and once I light my candle's gonna start fluttering, so I have to wiggle my toes. And then one little yogi gets to go around the circle and they get to blow out for their birthday all the candles. So if I pretend a little yogi, maybe one of you dear friends was here and one of you was so kind to actually blow out my candle, it's flickering flame. Once you blow out my candle, whoop, no more flame. My candle's out and it slowly melts and I can bring my body back. And you guys, isn't that the funnest thing ever, candlestick pose? I love yoga. I have to tell you, it's so fun to move our bodies like this and tell stories. So that was candlestick pose. Here we go. Let's see what else. Oh, now we're going to be doing catch and release. Catch and release pose. Let me show you what this one's about. Oh, I wonder what she's catching and releasing. Okay. Like fireflies caught up in a jar, my worries spark like little stars. I open the lid and worries release. With one deep sigh, I am now at peace. Oh my goodness, you guys, we're back to our breath, which I love. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to lay on our backs. We're going to have our arms at our sides. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes if you're comfortable. I'm going to be closing my eyes. If you don't want to, that's okay. But I want you to think about letting your body be still and be relaxed and kind of just feel heavy and get into the mat under you, okay? And then we're going to picture a jar in our mind, okay? And we're going to be releasing all the firefly worries out of our jar and just letting them fly out, 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 out until the jar is empty, which is wonderful. I'm going to let go of all my thoughts and all my worries so that my mind can then rest. And then I'm going to sit there for just a little bit in that peace and quiet, to sit there with myself, with my mind having those worries out of it and just holding still and quiet. So let's see if we can do that. That was a lot to think about, but I think we can do it. So we're going to start on our backs and we're going to go all the way down here so we can relax. We're going to keep our arms at our sides, friends. And in my mind, I'm going to be picturing that jar. And my thoughts are in that jar like little fireflies, and they're fluttering about, when I'm gonna do all the things I'm worried about, maybe what's happening tomorrow, maybe I'm worried about something that's happened, maybe I'm having a happy thought or a sad thought, any kind of thought, that doesn't have anything to do with right now. I'm just gonna let it go out of that jar. So see if you can close your eyes and catch your thoughts and then release them out of the jar. And then we'll just take a few quiet moments here to just be still once we have cleared our minds by releasing whatever is in your jar. Be patient with yourself. Sometimes it can be hard to see the jar. Sometimes it might be a little tricky to actually even see the firefly thoughts. And it can take some time to clear out the thoughts. So just be patient and give yourself the time you need at this moment. Whenever you feel ready, like you've had some time to notice what it feels like to just have your mind be nice and quiet and still, with your jar pretty empty. Give yourself the chance to have that feeling for a bit, and when you're ready, we can all sit up together. I think I want 3 more breaths here, and then I can sit up. Oh my goodness, I'm so relaxed. I hope that was really relaxing for you too. And you know, if it's hard to even get a sense of those firefly worry thoughts and get them out of your jar, if this was your first time practicing that, you guys, it's okay. It can be really tricky, and it was just as tricky for me the first few times. In fact, it can be tricky for a really long time. But just keep working on it like anything else. I know that you guys can do it. And you'll get better and better, I promise. Now in Thankful Pose, oh, this is going to be, I think, the very tail end of our yoga. Yes, Thankful Pose. To thank my body, now day is done. Each part I name, going one by one. Relaxing down from head to toe, sink into the earth and let it all go. So you guys, right from that pose, this is going to be super easy to get right back into because it felt so good to relax, right? We're going to go back on our backs here on the ground, and then we're going to start by saying goodnight to our body parts. So I'm going to start from my head and go all the way down, making sure I say goodnight to my face, my neck, my arms, my shoulders, my fingers, chest, ribs, stomach, legs, feet, toes. And then we're going to take a big breath and just say, ah, breathe it out when we're done, okay? Then we can be still and quiet again. So let's go say goodnight to all those amazing body parts that are always taking such good care of us, right? So on our backs, and maybe you guys just stayed here in this really comfy pose, I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to get ready to say goodnight to my body parts. And you know what? I also like to say thank you to them. So thank you and good night to my head. And maybe you guys can do this. Now, I don't want to do it out loud because it's supposed to be something you kind of do within yourself. It's kind of like a quiet conversation in your head that you have. So I'm going to go through all the body parts I can think of, and I'm going to say good night. And I'm also maybe going to have a thought of thanks, like I'm thankful for my mind for helping me think of good ideas and helping me make good choices today. I'm thankful for my shoulders for being strong. I'm thankful for my arms for helping me do my yoga poses. I'm thankful for my fingers helping me write. That kind of thing, you guys. I bet you have your own reasons as well to say thank you to you, to your beautiful body for helping you just be and helping you play and move and jump and run and dance and have all sorts of fun. So with that, I'm going to be quiet for a few moments and go through my good nights and thank yous to all my body parts. You guys do the same. Don't forget to take that nice deep breath again and let it out. And just let go of the day and welcome all the sweet dreams that await you this night. Oh boy, that alone, I'm telling you guys, makes me feel so relaxed. I wonder if it does the same for you. Now that we did our thankful pose, and boy, even just within me, I feel so calm, we're going to be doing our namaste. Now, for those of you guys who used to come see me at the library for our yoga program, you know that I like to end my programs with some positive affirmations when we have time. And this page actually speaks to that a bit. So I want to share it with you. As you can tell, this page is different. We're back to the cover of that little girl that we saw and all her imagination, everything, all her beautiful ideas within her mind. And it looks like she's really taking care of herself. So this part is namaste. This is the way I finish the day. Hands at my heart, I say namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. I bow my head and my light shines through. So this is her closing. And just with this, we're going to do the same, friends. So we're going to bring our hands together in front of our heart, just like this. And right here, as our hands are in front of our hearts, we're going to be saying namaste. As she said, all that word really means, you might have heard it before, it just means that the love and light in me sees the light and love in you. And your love and light, sees the love and light in everything outside of you, like me and like your family, like anybody. So this is such a beautiful gift that we have, and I hope that you guys learn to make this a stronger muscle in you, your ability to just let your love and light shine through. Just be you. That's all it is, nothing else. Just breathe and be you. That's all we want. So I hope you enjoyed this story. I think this brings us to our very last page. Yes, it is. And the author just reminds us that, you know what, these are some really simple tools that we can use to help relax our bodies and focus our minds. That these poses that we did, like if you're feeling stressful, it can help take away your stress. If you're worried about something, it can help take away some of that worry. If you're having really big emotions, it can help to calm down some of those emotions so that they're more manageable for you and give us ways to cope. And it's really great because we get stronger, we're more coordinated, we get better at balancing ourselves. And when we do all those good things and take really good care of ourselves, you guys, we become more confident in ourselves. And you know, confident is a word we always used to say at the end of yoga too. Do you guys know what confident means? Some of you might. Good for you. Confident is when you believe in yourself, when you know what you can do. So I want you guys, I wish you tons of confidence. I want you guys to practice all the things that you care about so you can develop your confidence and have it just lead you in life. Because in that way, the love and light in you will always shine for everyone to see. I hope you guys enjoyed our story. As I said, you guys, I'm a little sad. I'm not going to be seeing you for a little bit. Definitely not through the month of August, but I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Maybe you guys can keep your yogi fingers crossed that we'll see each other soon. And again, just like that invisible string, I'll always keep you guys in my heart. I will miss you. So many of you have grown up now. I bet if I see you again, you're going to be taller. Maybe you'll have longer hair. Maybe your hair will be short. I don't know, but you guys are going to be different the next time I see you. And you know what, you guys? I look forward to seeing you again. And I'll be super duper happy to see you in person. I miss you guys. I wish you the very best. Stay healthy. Take good care of each other. And I hope to see you and do some more yoga, because yoga is always better when we do it together. Take care, guys.